Today, we have a new series called Room for Improvement. We are going to be covering process improvement, time management, organization, prep, and professionalism on today's episode.
Alright, so we're out here right before we start the detail. I have to fill up my interior cleaner from P&S, and then our bug spray as well. Usually we do this before our details start, but as you can see, we're halfway through right here and we're empty right here. So instead of doing it halfway through, we're gonna get it all done right before.
Here with Anthony. Anthony's gonna walk us through the detail today, as well as the vehicle and what services are gonna be provided.
So we're gonna do a wash, rims, we're gonna do a decontamination, and a wax.
Okay. Hey Sean, so you got some P&S stuff in here. Is that your go-to? Pretty much everything?
It is my very much go-to. We use P&S for all interior jobs. It's our main thing. We do use Shine Supply right there for exterior polishes. We have a compound over there. We use Shine Supply's ceramic coating as well with Adams graphene ceramic coating. We use P&S brake buster, Terminator. We got the degreaser, soap, pretty much everything P&S. We got our leather conditioner. Yeah, pretty much everything. Our drying aids. Started out with AutoZone, just some basic McGuire's and stuff, and P&S really changed the game and made it that much more efficient, and you get that much better quality using the right chemicals.
We're here with Sean and his setup. He's going to show us what type of equipment he uses, generator setup, storage setup, as well as pressure washer and the rest of his equipment.
Right here we got our Predator 3500 generator. Probably only fill up the gas about every 2 weeks, mainly because when I'm at a customer's house, I will ask them first if I could use their power. Using their power, it saves me a lot of time. All you got to do is just throw a cord out there, plug it in, and we're out there working.
Saves you time and money.
Exactly. We have our bucket, that's our to-go bucket. We have all of our extra little supplies right here in the drawers, towels. Right in here, in this little container. I got my gear polishers, we got one of them. We got two because we run 2-man jobs, 3-man crews. We got our Harbor Freight steam cleaner. We got 2 vacuums. We don't use them every job, but when we do need them, we have them both here. Air compressor over there in the back. Carpet cleaner. These are just our basic go-to towels for extra little things that we need. We got our wash bucket right here. We do have fresh towels in there in the drawer, so these towels are just for like carpet cleaning or extra little things. We don't use these towels on the exterior. We don't wash with these towels. They're just to do like little extra jobs with. Just put everything in here probably like last week. Because usually what I do is this stuff is usually in here. This bucket goes here when we're working. So we have room and people aren't just flying by us the whole time. Then when I need to go grab something, we can just grab it out of the bucket.
Very smart. Very smart.
It's a nice color. It's a little safety precaution because some people, they'll be flying right by us and we'll be working on really busy streets, and I like to be able to have a little bit of safety out there.
Nice. Simple setup. As far as water usage, what do you got? I'm not seeing a water tank.
So I use my customers' water. I ask them every time before. I've never had a problem. I've been detailing for 2 years full time. We get the water hose. I have an extra water hose too. Plug the water hose here, just run it right there. We disconnect our pressure washer gun and we're ready to go. For the most part, we work in a 3-man crew. I do the detailing, cleaning. I have my other guys that help me out. They vacuum, they do all the extra little things that I need them to do. We usually knock about 10 to 15 cars a week, about maybe 2 to 3 a day. We do anything from interior jobs to paint corrections to ceramic coatings. We do the whole 9.
So you're gonna see a whole lot of RB getting down.
Few really good points that you hit upon. We recognized a few things that are smart that you're doing. First thing is you're not working with a ton of equipment you don't need. It seems like everything that you do have are the things that you're using on a daily basis. So you're not running with excessive equipment. You're not running with a huge water tank. Like you said, you don't need that. So you're not bringing it with you. You're not running with excessive tools. Everything that you have is what you use. Second thing is you're using water and electrical most of the time. So that's saving you a ton of money. It's saving you a ton of time. You know, you're not filling up your water tank, you're not paying for DI water, you don't have to do all of that. Well, also it's saving you on gas because your generator and gas is crazy expensive right now. And also the additional weight. Also the accessibility here everything seems to be within arm's reach. You have 2 doors on the side. You have, you're able to reach in and grab whatever it is that you need. Safety has been incorporated. Those are a few things that we did see due to kind of make things a little bit faster for you from the get-go. First thing, quick releases. Have a hose on hand, and that hose should have a quick release to here. Sometimes it takes 3, 4, 5 minutes if you're having a hard time screwing in, the hose. Quick release, you're talking seconds. So that immediately shaving off time. Another thing, cord management. Wrapping up your stuff, putting all your cords in one isolated place so everybody knows where they're at every single time, and you just grab them and go. Yeah. So there's no untangling, there's no crazy mismatch stuff. You know what cords used for what, and you're ready to go. Is chemical organization. Have it isolated in one area, so everything is there. When you have to get all your chemicals for every detail, if you're doing an interior detail, you know exactly what you need from that area. Everything is there instead of having to grab from here, grab from here, grab from here. If you're doing an exterior detail, the way we kind of organize it is by row. We have, if you're going to get anything on your doors, or even if you're using the magnetic stuff, maybe have interior on one side, exterior on the other side, so you have exactly everything you need separated. So those are just a few things.
All right, so we're putting RB on the clock. We're going to do a time study on the setup, see what we can improve on. Just looking at see how they set up, seeing what they bring out, seeing if there's anything that could be combined in the initial setup. I see they got 2 buckets. Just things that they incorporate, instead of making it a 2-step, 3 process, making it a 1-step process.
Where are we at on time?
Coming on 5 minutes. 5 minutes. All right, guys, so setup time was 6 minutes and 43 seconds before someone started touching the car. A couple things that we noticed as you guys were setting up that could be improved today, right now, is only bring out the tools that you're going to work on. You're doing the exterior, you guys got the vacuum and the steamer, right? Don't need to bring those out, you guys just working on this, right? Other one was the exterior bucket. I've seen you guys putting stuff into the exterior bucket. If you guys putting stuff into the exterior bucket, that should be like that, ready to go to the next job. You just take the bucket. Those couple things right there that we just noticed off the top. Hey, RB, that's a quick tips. Ready, guys, put his hands on them?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I have 9 maintenance washes, and I try to make my maintenance washes to where they cover my detail overhead and my at-home living expenses before anything. We get new customers that call daily, but our maintenance washes are set and they're automatic reoccurring from our app. So I don't do nothing besides show up, and either they'll send me the payment or they'll give me cash. Sometimes I don't even see the customer.
He understands financially what he needs to bring in monthly. So first of all, number one is recognizing what your living expenses and your operating expenses are. Now you need to understand what I need to bring in order to take care of that. Am I going to do that through hoping I have X amount of full price details come in? How Sean has it set up is he knows monthly or bi-weekly, those are going to be taken care of. Those are going to take care of his monthly expenses. So now everything on top of that is profit. So it's a very, very smart way to set up your business. A lot of guys out there, they want to take on all these maintenance clients. What happens is you no longer have room in your schedule for your full price details. Good job. I think a lot of people can learn from that.
I wouldn't go past like 15 maintenance washes. That's half the month. You still have all of the extra free time. My maintenances are more so to cover my overhead of all of my extra stuff. So I wouldn't go like too crazy of, oh, I need this many maintenances or this much. You have to figure out what your overhead is for myself, for my own living cost, for my detailing costs, for my chemicals, everything, and just balance it off of that.
Okay, so initially Sean came in, did the rinse on this tire here, and then Anthony went to the next one, started rinsing. They switched off. One thing they could have done to save a little bit of time is Sean could have stayed with the rinse. He could have rinsed both of them and then went through, sprayed both down with a brake buster. Then they both would have been ready to get going, and then they could do them simultaneously. And now they're back both on track, but that would have sped things up instead of switching hands with the pressure washer, because they would have got the same process done in a short amount of time, because that switch off took up some time. It may only been a few seconds, but that's still time. You add that up throughout a whole detail of a car or multiple details, that's gonna add up to time loss.
We're getting the extra outside hand that we don't have all the time. That's going to dial us in all the way and make us get the best of our business and our quality that we can get out there to our customers.
And what are you noticing that's kind of like a common denominator across all the little tips that we're giving you?
It's making my efficiency better. You're making my time go by quicker while we're not working extra harder. It's not like it's just the little things that we're trying to get better at.
It's nothing crazy.
Yeah,
I'm not telling you guys to switch up the process.
Yeah,
I'm not
exactly.
telling you guys are doing anything wrong,
Yeah.
because you're not. Everybody's business is different. Everybody's rig is set up differently, and we're just trying to get out there to people like, hey, there's a faster way to do these
Yeah.
things, because how valuable do you think they could potentially be for your business?
Cut off 20 to 30 minutes per. We haven't even got to the interior yet. So if we just keep grasping the things in that we need, I can say we could cut off at least an hour and a half of our day of detailing 3 cars just from getting the extra little things and having the extra setup. Because I'm a detailer, but since Joel came over here, he's taught me like, man, I got to be way more organized and way more in routine, which I'm young, so I'm learning, and it's gonna get me to the next level faster than if I was just trying to do by myself and not listening to the extra words that are being put out there for me.
All right, we got RB. They're gonna do a polish, so they're putting up the canopy. I get anxiety when I see the canopy. I don't like putting the canopy up for picnics. Canopy set up, they're getting everything started to do the interior. Things I noticed off the back is we got exterior tools out. I would have somebody, if it's not being used, go straight into the van. Reason why you gotta get this stuff in, obviously for appearance, safety, and it's just efficient when you have stuff that you don't need, put away. Hey Anthony, so on a vehicle like this, how long would it typically take you guys to do a full detail, what you guys are doing right now?
Probably an hour and a half or 2 hours.
All right. We're gonna improve that time.
Yes, sir.
So you guys use compressed air?
Sometimes, yeah.
So we use it pretty much every time we do a full detail.
Okay.
So what I see you doing the vacuum right here on the side, stuff going down like a wall. We get compressed air, just knock that stuff down.
All right.
That will eliminate you doing the vacuum right there, and you could just shoot all the stuff to one side, all the front,
yeah.
all the front right here, or vice versa.
Okay.
It'll be so much easier when you do the vacuum. On the interior, helping Anthony out. A couple things that I noticed for improvement right off the back. As Sean is polishing, Anthony's working on one side. He had to stop because Sean came over here. Simple communication. You start on that side. By the time you're done with that side, I'll be done. So on and so forth. Things like that. Also, we have some tool malfunction. Wasn't secured properly. That's something that we're going to have to work on and see how we could better ourselves on that one. Also, little vacuum techniques and what to do before the actual vacuum. Again, little things that shave off a bunch of time. 2 minutes here, 3 minutes there. All goes back to getting home earlier, getting more money in your pocket.
But he's using the Griot's Garage G8, which has a very, very short cord. He's using it with a power strip that has a surge protector, and I've noticed he's had to move the power strip 3 times to maneuver around the vehicle. So what I recommended, since this has such a small cord, is to always have this plugged into a dedicated extension cord. I see where it's at right there. See where it's at right there? That's when we do, if you have a tornador, you would go to that point and then hit that with the tornador. Then we're seeking opportunities for improvement. With Anthony and Sean, we noticed quite a few on the interior, and the biggest was doing more work than what is necessary in order to achieve a certain level of cleanliness on the vehicle. So the process they were using was express detailer, brushes, and then going through and wiping with the towel, and then using the compressed air to get out all of the cleaner out of all the cracks and crevices. We showed them spraying using the Scrub Ninja or an exfoliating pad, and then going through with the tornador afterwards to get the final result, and then wipe. This is going to cut down time drastically. You're essentially removing one piece of the pie. That's a brush. That's really just moving dirt around. If you're not exfoliating and it's a dirty surface, you're really not getting much work. All you're doing is moving the solution around. So this is actually going to be getting a more effective clean and a faster time.
We're using Armor All tire shine. Just basic tire shine, nothing too fancy. If you look at the tire right now, the tire is cleaned properly, so that way when the dress is applied, it's gonna apply straight to the tire. This thing was like $10 at AutoZone. It's nothing too fancy. You don't need the top of the top that all the extra detailers need. It's simple. I see people on Instagram, YouTube all the time going, oh, if a detailer uses this, they're not detailing or they're not doing it properly. You're getting the job done. You're giving the customer what they want. It doesn't matter what chemical you use. Armor All. People think Armor All is this and that. Oh, I need PNS. I use PNS too, but that doesn't mean I can't step out of my comfort zone, try different things. The cheaper ways, this is $10. Look at the shine that it just left to this. It's outstanding. I think just because other detailers say to use this or to use that, you can't go and try the basic things. The basic things are the things that get you the farthest way.
RB gets down on the pet hair. Look at, no more teeth on them. Woo. Exterior is done, interior is done, completely finished. How'd you think the wash went?
It went great. Everything went great. You guys, you gave us pointers. We learned a lot, and I feel like it's good. It looks good.
So wrapping things up, we're gonna go move into the operational things, the organizational things, stuff that could be implemented going into tomorrow's job, just like that.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing that we did was we did the bucket method, which we got our full exterior right here. Everything we need for our exterior job is here, ready to go. Interior, ready to go. Exterior wheels and etc. ready to go. Here we got our full polishing kit, so we got all of our pads and polishes there. Polishers are in there, and then last down here we got the gallons of chemicals. Our compressor rail just up there, extension cord right here, generator, our whole pressure washer setups right here. We got our air compressor back here and just our steam cleaner here. Before we did this whole setup, this whole floor right here was full of everything. So this setup right here is like simple. Everything that was in here before is still in here. It's just way more clean and organized. It was lacking order, definitely. The setup now is everything has a spot for a purpose. So pressure washing is there, polishing, all our extra necessities, and then everything right here is just ready to go. So as long as we put things back where they go after the detail, we're set. And then the gallons and stuff, they're obviously stored away, but nightly we're gonna do our gallon refills, and the only thing we really have to set up is a pressure washer. So I think from going to 6 minutes, we're gonna go to like a minute or two, just out there ready to go. So this right here is the ultimate, like the detailing and stuff. It was one phase of it. This is like the second phase of getting our business fully to be ready to get the best of what we can out there in the best amount of time. I would say for the detailers that are just starting out right there, reach out and get the extra help and ask questions early on.
Don't be scared to ask questions.
I've done a lot of stuff on my own and I've come a long ways, but asking other people and them giving me advice or them giving me kind of different ways of trying to do this or organize it like this, it's bringing their detail to me, and it's making my job like that much more easier. So I would say from starting out, like detailing, I learned how to detail. I got the steps down. They taught me the extra things that I need or that I missed. The van, I probably would have never had it this organized if Joel never came out. So that definitely is going to change my business. I would just say if you're trying to grow, use all the steps that you can to grow. There's YouTube, there's a lot of people out here that help and they want to see other people succeed. So just use the extra knowledge that comes forward to you.
Thank you for joining us for another video today and the first episode of Room for Improvement. Thank you RB's Detail, Anthony and Sean, for having us, and I hope you guys learned something today. I know we did, I know RB's did. I'm glad we could help out. Again guys, we're here to help you guys. If you guys have any questions, you can hit us up on the consulting line linked in the description below, or you guys can give us some feedback on the comments. And if you guys want us to come out to you, help you guys out with your efficiencies, with your profitability, customer service, processes, whatever it is for your detail business, you guys reach out. For Sal and Joel with Details and RB's, we'll catch you guys on the next one.